Results for the wards in Harlow. I, Malcolm Morley, as the returning officer for the election for the Bush Fair ward, hereby declare the result of the poll as follows. Ian Beckett, Labour and Cooperative Party, 1,380. Patricia, commonly known as Patsy Long, UK Independence Party, UKIP, 838. Asghar Sohail, commonly known as Ash Malik, the Conservative Party candidate, 1,124. Christopher Stephen Robbins, Liberal Democrats, 164. I hereby declare that Ian Beckett is duly elected as councillor for the said ward. For the election for the Church Langley ward, hereby declare the result of the poll as follows. Kuzna Matana Jackson, Liberal Democrats, 112. Andrew Edward Johnson, the Conservative Party candidate, 2,572. Kenneth, commonly known as Ken Laurie, Labour Party, 857. Robert Joseph Patterson, UK Independence Party, UKIP, 797. I hereby declare that Andrew Edward Johnson is duly elected as councillor for the said ward. I, Malcolm Morley, as the returning officer for the election for the Staple Tie ward, hereby declare the result of the poll as follows. Peter, commonly known as Pete Buss, UK Independence Party, UKIP, 655. Christopher Millington, Liberal Democrats, 145. Stephanie Ann, commonly known as Stevie Souter, the Conservative Party candidate, 1,042. John Michael Strachan, Labour Party, 1,129. I hereby declare that John Michael Strachan is duly elected as councillor for the said ward. I, Malcolm Morley, as the returning officer for the election for the Sumners and Kingsmore ward, hereby declare the result of the poll as follows. Alexander Robert William, commonly known as Alex Addison, UK Independence Party, UKIP, 765. Dennis William Palmer, Labour and Cooperative Party, 1,115. Clive Thomas Souter, the Conservative Party candidate, 1,448. I hereby declare that Clive Thomas Souter is duly elected as councillor for the said ward. Yes. I, Malcolm Morley, as the returning officer for the election for the Toddbrook ward, hereby declare the result of the poll as follows. Karen Elizabeth Klempner, Labour Party, 1,520. Michael Edward Hardware, the Conservative Party candidate, 1,110. Patrick, commonly known as Pat Long, UK Independence Party, UKIP, 699. I hereby declare that Karen Elizabeth Klempner is duly elected as councillor for the said ward. The returning officer for the election for the Mark Hall ward, hereby declare the result of the poll as follows. Robert Victor, commonly known as Bob Davis, Labour Party, 1,296. Janet Doyle, UK Independence Party, UKIP, 731. Leslie Ann Rideout, Liberal Democrats, 175. Jane Leslie Steer, the Conservative Party candidate, 1,060. I hereby declare that Bob Davis, Robert Victor, commonly known as Bob Davis, is duly elected as the councillor for the said ward. I, Malcolm Morley, as the returning officer for the election for the Netswell ward, hereby declare the result of the poll as follows. John Steer, the Conservative Party candidate, 1,104. Edna Rose Stevens, Labour and Cooperative Party, 1,455. Robert Keith Thurston, Liberal Democrats, 162. Christopher Ward, UK Independence Party, UKIP, 612. I hereby declare that Edna Rose Stevens is duly elected councillor for the said ward. I, Malcolm Morley, as the returning officer for the election for the Old Harlow ward, hereby declare the result of the poll as follows. Mary Efuase, commonly known as Efuase Koilaibi, Labour Party, 902. Alan William Leverett, UK Independence Party, UKIP, 739. Sue Jeanette Livings, the Conservative Party candidate, 2,177. Wow. Mary Helen Wiltshire, Liberal Democrats, 225. I hereby declare that Sue Jeanette Livings is duly elected as councillor for the said ward. Thank you. Results for the wards in Harlow. I, Malcolm Morley, as the returning officer for the election for the Great Pondon ward, hereby declare the result of the poll as follows. David Frank Carter, the Conservative Party candidate, 1,696. Shona Diane Johnson, the Conservative Party candidate, 1,432. Stephen Peter Mullard, Labour Party, 1,018. Daniela Pritchard, Labour Party, 973. Christopher, commonly known as Chris Staunton, UK Independence Party, UKIP, 652. Samuel Leo, commonly known as Sam Stoppelkamp, UK Independence Party, UKIP, 604. I hereby declare that David Frank Carter is duly elected as councillor for the said ward until May 2019. I hereby declare that Shona Diane Johnson is duly elected as councillor for the said ward until May 2018. I, Malcolm Morley, as the returning officer for the election for the Little Pondon and Hare Street ward, hereby declare the result of the poll as follows. Valerie Jean, commonly known as Jean Clark, Labour and Cooperative Party candidate, 1,800. Peter Michael Lamb, the Conservative Party candidate, 1,232. Richard, commonly known as Richie Richardson, UK Independence Party, UKIP, 711. I hereby declare that Valerie Jean, commonly known as Jean Clark, is duly elected as councillor for the said ward. I, Malcolm Morley, as the returning officer for the election for the Harlow Common ward, hereby declare the result of the poll as follows. Michael, commonly known as Mike Carl, UK Independence Party, UKIP, 841. Emily Elizabeth Cross, the Conservative Party candidate, 1,316. Ian Stephen Jackson, Liberal Democrats, 115. Mark Wilkinson, Labour Party, 1,332. I hereby declare that Mark Wilkinson is duly elected as councillor for the said ward. That concludes the results